This week on Charger Bulletin News. The latest on the 2025 Nobel Prize winners. New music from standout artists. And Spirit Christmas makes its way north. Right here on Charger Bulletin News.
Another episode of Charger Bulletin News. I'm Paris Taylor.
And I'm Amina Taifour. Let's get right into this week's stories.
The Supreme Court began its new term this past Monday, marking the start of a series of major hearings that could shape U.S. politics for years to come. Each October, the court is expected to take on some of the most high-profile cases in the country. This term, justices are expected to take on several that could redefine the limits of presidential power under the Trump administration. Among the key issues are challenges related to LGBTQ rights, immigration, and birthright citizenship, tariffs, and whether the president can remove executive officials without approval from Congress. The term runs through June and is expected to be one of the most consequential in recent history, with rulings that could impact both national policy and the balance of power between different branches of government.
The Nobel Organization have announced winners in multiple categories. The Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine has been awarded to scientists Dr. Mary E. Brunkow, Dr. Fred Ramsdell, and Dr. Shimon Sakaguchi for their groundbreaking discoveries in how the body regulates its immune response. Dr. Sakaguchi, a professor in Japan, first discovered special immune cells in the 1990s that help keep our body's defense system in check. Years later, Dr. Brunkow and Dr. Ramsdell found a key gene that helps those cells do their jobs. Together, their research explains how our immune system knows what to fight and what to leave alone, helping scientists better understand and treat diseases where the body attacks itself. All three will share 11 million Swedish kroner prize, which is about 1.17 million US dollars. Not to mention, this is just the beginning of the Nobel Prize week, with more prizes announced in the coming days.
Hip-hop mogul Sean Diddy Combs was sentenced to over 4 years in prison after being convicted of 2 counts of transportation for prostitution. He was acquitted of a more serious charge of sex trafficking and racketeering. The sentencing follows a long public legal battle that revealed years of allegations involving violence and exploitation. Prosecutors wanted 11 years, citing the music mogul's history of domestic violence. His attorneys asked for 14 months, arguing he was reformed after already serving 13 months in jail. Before sentencing, Combs apologized in court, calling his actions disgusting, shameful, and sick, and begged for the judge for mercy. His children, in tears, described him as a changed man and pleaded for a second chance. Judge Subramanian said a longer sentence was necessary to serve as a deterrent, telling Combs he abused them physically, emotionally, and psychologically. In addition to prison time, Combs was fined $500,000 and credited for time already served. After the hearing, Combs' attorney, Brian Steele, called the decision un-American, arguing the judge punished him for charges the jury had cleared. The defense team is considering an appeal, and on Monday, President Trump said Combs contacted him about a presidential pardon.
Let's head over to Michael Crowley and see what's going on in the world of sports.
Thanks, Amina. Let's get into this week's Charger highlights, starting off with women's soccer. Women's soccer tied St. Francis University 1-1 last Thursday, earning them their first conference point. They play away in Brooklyn, New York this afternoon against the Long Island University Sharks. Men's soccer lost a close game against Yale University on Tuesday night, falling 2-1. A goal by Andrew Miranda in the first 2 minutes gave the game an exciting start, but the boys couldn't seem to find the back of the net again. They play away at Stonehill College today at 3 p.m. Field hockey took a tough loss away against Fairfield University on Sunday, losing 11-0. They'll look to bounce back Friday when they face Stonehill College at 3 p.m. Football celebrated a big homecoming win, taking down Pace University 28-14. Running back Zayon Laney put on a show, rushing for 143 yards and scoring 2 massive touchdowns. His big plays kept the crowd on their feet all afternoon, stealing the Chargers' victory and giving fans plenty to cheer about. They are back home this Saturday playing Western Connecticut State University at 1 p.m. Keep it up, Chargers, and good luck this week and the weekend. A familiar name in football is back in the headlines, but for the wrong reasons. Former NFL quarterback Mark Sanchez was charged with felony battery involving serious bodily injury after a violent altercation in downtown Indianapolis. Prosecutors say the charges stem from a dispute over another man that was parked earlier Saturday morning. Investigators say Sanchez approached Perry Toll, a 69-year-old man, and entered Toll's truck without permission, leading to an altercation. Toll told police that Sanchez appeared intoxicated and said he used pepper spray before stabbing Sanchez in what he described as self-defense. Sanchez was hospitalized with multiple stab wounds and has since been released. His next court hearing is scheduled for November 5th, and his family says he is recovering and grateful for the support that he's received as the investigation continues. Now that wraps up our sports segment. Now let's switch gears and see what's making headlines in this week's entertainment segment with Sweden Patterson.
Thanks, Michael. Our entertainment update starts with big releases in the world of music. On October 3rd, Taylor Swift released her long-anticipated album, The Life of a Showgirl, breaking numerous records, including some of her own. But while the numbers were historic, the reactions were mixed. Swift's new era is less poetic than her last work, trading the dreamy metaphors for folklore and Evermore for sharper, internet-laced lyrics. Some fans love the bold confidence, but others feel she's lost emotional depth that once defined her storytelling. Still, Swift isn't fazed by the criticism. She states in a recent interview, "I have such an eye on legacy when I'm making my music. I know what I made. I know I adore it." So Chargers, now it's your turn to weigh in. Is The Life of a Showgirl a bold, relatable new era, or does it miss the mark? Pop fans, get ready. Victoria Justice is back and is making waves in the music scene once again. The former Victoria star has just dropped her brand new single, Love Zombie, marking her first major release in quite some time. Justice, who spent a few years focusing on her acting and independent projects, says the song represents a fresh chapter of her artistic journey. The track blends dark pop beats with playful lyrics, telling the story of love so powerful it brings you back to life. Justice says she wanted to honor her younger self with the release, describing it as a full circle moment that celebrates her growth as both an artist and a person. With this new single, Victoria Justice is proving she's far more than just a former TV star. She's evolving as an artist ready to take her place on today's pop scene. Paris Fashion Week just wrapped up last Tuesday, featuring designs for the 2026 spring and summer season. Standout shows including Louis Vuitton, Miu Miu, and Balenciaga were star-studded with star-studded guests as Pamela Anderson, Gwyneth Paltrow, Lazaro Hernandez, and even royal Meghan Markle turning heads in the front row. This year's trends are all about contrast. Expect to see ties, rugby polos making a comeback, along with warm tones like caramel and chartreuse dominating the color palette. Sports fan, cue the training montage, because Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is back in his new smashing movie, The Smashing Machine, now in theaters. With a running time of just over 2 hours, critics say this film packs more of an emotional punch than a physical one. The movie follows real-life fighter Mark Kerr, showing not only his career in the ring, but also the personal battles that comes with it. It scored a 73% on Rotten Tomatoes, and it features Emily Blunt alongside Johnson in a raw, dramatic performance. The Rock steps outside of his usual action hero image here, showing off a new acting depth and range. The Smashing Machine doesn't just land hits, it also lands respect. It's a must-watch for fight fans and movie lovers alike. Netflix's latest catalog update rolled out this week, bringing a wave of new shows and movies to the platform throughout October. Headlining the month are new seasons of hit series like Love is Blind Season 9 and The Diplomat Season 3, alongside Halloween-themed specials and classic throwbacks. Releases already include Beetlejuice, The Amazing World of Spider-Man, movies Us, and Monster: The Ed Gein Story. Earlier this week, Nurse Jackie and True Haunting dropped on the platform, adding up to the growing lineup. With a packed schedule and a mix of spooky and sweet and suspenseful titles, Netflix October's catalog is expected to keep subscribers busy all month long. That's all this week for entertainment. With big things coming for both streaming and music, there's never a dull day in entertainment. Back to you, Amina.
Thanks, Sweden. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, Chargers. Whether you think Christmas music should wait until after Halloween or even Thanksgiving, Spirit Christmas is giving holiday cheer early this year. Starting in early November, Spirit Christmas is opening a new location in Milford, just 10 minutes from campus, inside Milford Crossing at 1405 Boston Post Road. The Milford store will feature floor-to-ceiling holiday decor, ornaments, and gift items. So whether you're stocking up early or need to get into the holiday mood, this is your one-stop shop. Spirit CEO Steven Silverstein says, "At Spirit, we believe the magic of the season does not end with Halloween, it transforms." This is a part of the company's biggest expansion yet. In previous years, only 10 stores opened nationwide, but due to popular demand, 30 Spirit Christmas stores are set to pop up across the Northeast and Great Lakes region. But for Chargers, the holiday spirit is coming right to our backyard.
Coming up, a new coffee shop opening up right down the road. But first, let's see what's going on around campus. Nina has the scoop on student life.
Thanks, Paris. Let's jump right in. It's officially registration season. The spring 2026 course schedule is now live on My Charger under self-service banner. Before registration opens, make sure you're cleared by checking your registration status in banner. Students with holds won't be able to register, so be sure to email the right office to clear it up before your time ticket opens. Advising meetings are happening now, so don't forget to meet with your advisor and grab your registration pin. Registration opens at 7 a.m. on the following days, so make sure to see where you fall so you can get the classes you want. The one-stop office will also be starting at 7 a.m. on all registration days for anyone who needs help. Anyone looking to get ahead or catch up, winter intersession registration is also open. Classes run from December 18th through January 14th. Whether you're planning for spring or squeezing something in the winter, now's the time to start building that schedule. And hey, if you're interested in joining Charger Bulletin News, make sure to keep Thursdays from 9 to 11 a.m. open. That's when we film right here in the studio. Postcards from Italy continues this week with student life reporter Will Whalen. This week, Will takes us to Albania. Let's check it out.
Albania, a Balkan country who gained its independence from the Ottoman Empire just to fall under harsh communist rule a few decades later. Just over 20 years ago, this country had its borders closed off to the world and was under the rule of notorious communist leader Enver Hoxha. You can think of this as being similar to how North Korea's closed borders are today. But now, the borders are open. The country and its people are beautiful, and they love Americans, which is great, because I love them too. I'm Will Whalen, and this is Albania. So we're currently outside the Pyramid of Tirana. This structure was built after the country's former communist leader died, but now it's a communal hub with stairs so people can walk on top. We've arrived at the mosque. Albania is a Muslim country, so this is the largest and only mosque I've ever been to, and we're gonna go see what we can see. An intricate chandelier hanging down in the center, ornate decorations and paintings covering the walls and ceiling, and a really soft blue carpet on the floor created a beautiful interior to this mosque. Per religious customs, women weren't allowed on the bottom floor with the men, as they have to pray separately. They also had to wear full body coverings, which luckily, the mosque provided. They didn't do too bad. We also went to a museum bar called Kometiti. This bar had excellent waitstaff that gave us free stuff, and if you visit Albania, it is a must. I'd like to end this with a clip of the Muslim call to prayer, which can be heard throughout the city.
Thanks, Will. For more study abroad content, Charger Bulletin has extended videos on our YouTube page. Make sure to check it out and tune in next week for Will's next postcard. That's all for Student Life, and back to you, Paris.
Thanks, Nina. Calling all coffee and drink lovers, the wait is finally over. The 7 Brew coffee franchise is opening a brand new location on Boston Post Road, just a short drive from campus. The drive-through chain is known for its energetic baristas, fun atmosphere, and massive drink menu, from iced coffees and cold brew teas, smoothies, lemonades, and milkshakes. If you love customizing, 7 Brews got you covered with their endless flavor options and mix-ins. The location had a soft opening from October 3rd through the 5th, giving customers a first taste, and will officially be open on October 13th. The franchise began in Arkansas back in 2017 and has since exploded and expanded nationwide for its drive-through with a vibe concept. Whether you're heading to class, work, or need a quick caffeine boost on the go, 7 Brew in Orange has you covered. I know I'll be there. Will you?
Thank you for watching Charger Bulletin News.
If you have a story idea, email us at chargerbulletinnews@newhaven.edu.
Be sure to check out the latest edition of the Charger Bulletin newspaper currently in stands around campus.
Thank you for watching. I'm Paris Taylor.
And I'm Amina Taifour. We'll see you next week.